Hello students, in today's class we are going to discuss about group 14 element, that is the carbon family. In the carbon family we have the 6 elements: carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead and fluorine. So first of all we shall discuss about the carbon. Carbon is the 70th most abundant element by mass in the earth crust, having percentage 0.02. Silicon, the second most abundant element by mass in the earth crust, having percentage 27.7. And the very first, or you can say the most abundant element in the earth crust is oxygen, having percentage 46.1. So first of all we have to understand the electronic configuration of the elements which belongs to the carbon family. So electronic configuration, the general electronic configuration for the group 14 element is noble gas NH2NP2. Here N varies from 2 to 7. So first of all we have to understand the electronic configuration. So the very first element is carbon. You can see carbon having electronic configuration correspond to the noble gas helium 2s2 2p2, silicon Si symbol 14 atomic number, electronic configuration neon 3s2 3p2, germanium Ge atomic number 32, argon 3d10 4s2 4p2, tin Sn atomic number 50, krypton 4d10 5s2 5p2, lead Pb 82 atomic number, xenon 4f14 5d10 6s2 6p2, and fluorine Fl 114 Rn 5f14 6d10 7s2 7p2. Here you will see that the value of N, here you can see the general electronic configuration is noble gas NH2NP2. So here the value of N is from 2 to 7. So you can see from carbon to fluorine the number of N, principal quantum number, is 2 to 7. So this you have to keep in your mind. So if we consider the isotope of carbon, we have the 3 isotopes for carbon. You can see here 6C12, 6C13 and 6C14. So 6C12 and 6C13, these are the stable isotope of carbon, and 6C14, this is radioactive. It is used for determining the age of an object containing organic material by radiocarbon dating. So it is used for finding the age of any material, organic material. And one thing you have to keep in your mind, that ultra pure silicon and germanium, these are the members of carbon family. They are used to make transistors and semiconductor devices. So this is the application of silicon and germanium. They are frequently used for making transistors and semiconductor devices. Now if you look over the electronic after electronic configuration, if we look over the atomic radii, you will observe that if we compare the atomic radii with the group 13 members, then you will observe that group 13 atomic radii is greater than that of the carbon family, that is group 14 atomic radii. Now we know very well that on moving left to right, atomic number increases, due to which nuclear charge increases and size decreases. And we have a relationship that atomic radii is inversely proportional to nuclear charge, means higher the value of the nuclear charge, lower will be the atomic radii. So down the group, atomic radii increases because number of cell increases. So due to increase in the number of cell, this is going to happen that down the group atomic radii increases. Now next is our ionization enthalpy. You will be surprised to know that first ionization enthalpy of group 14 element is greater than that of first ionization enthalpy of 13 group elements. Now why it is going to happen? This is because group 14 elements has greater nuclear charge and smaller atomic size than group 13. We have a relationship that ionization enthalpy is inversely proportional to size. Smaller the size means higher will be the value of ionization enthalpy. So the first ionization enthalpy for group 14 elements is in the order, you will see here, carbon having the first ionization enthalpy value 1086 kilojoule per mole. So all these values are given in kilojoule per mole. You will see that silicon has 786, germanium 761, tin 708. So here delta I means ionization enthalpy. H1 means first ionization enthalpy decreases from carbon to tin. You will see carbon to tin, the value of first ionization enthalpy of carbon family, that is going to decrease due to increase in atomic size. But in case of lead, you will see that here the value of first ionization enthalpy is greater than that of tin. So here why it is so? This is because of the greater effective nuclear charge due to the poor shielding of 4f and 5d orbital which exist in case of lead. That's why you will see that there is an increment in the ionization enthalpy, first ionization enthalpy of lead in comparison to tin because of higher value of effective nuclear charge. Now next is a metallic character. Metallic character of group 13, or you can say electropositive character of group 13 is element is greater than that of group 14 elements. This is because in 14 group elements smaller atomic size and high ionization enthalpy, and as we know down the group metallic character increases due to decrease of ionization enthalpy. You will see that carbon and silicon, first two members of the group 14 elements, these are non-metals. Germanium is metallites, and tin and lead, these are soft metals. So you will see that on moving down the group metallic character increases. Next is melting and boiling point. Melting and boiling point of group 14 element is higher if we compare it with the group 13 elements, and this is because in group 14 elements, due to the strong forces, binding forces between their atoms, and down the group melting and boiling point of group 14 element decreases due to decrease in binding forces or decrease in the intermolecular force of attraction, and atoms of group 14 forms covalent bond with each other, so there exist strong binding forces between their atoms both in solid as well as in the liquid states. So here, but just because of the strong binding forces between the atoms of group 14 elements, they will have the higher value of melting and boiling point if we compare with the group 13 elements. Now if we look over the electronegativity data for group 13 and group 14 elements, you will see that group 14 elements have the higher value of electronegativity in comparison to group 13 elements, and you will see that there is a slightly more, not a significant change in the electronegativity values of group 13 and 14, but slightly group 14 elements electronegativity value is slightly more than group 13 due to the small size of group 14, and down the group we know very well electronegativity decreases from carbon to silicon and remains constant for silicon to tin, and then slightly increases for lead. So here you will see that it is going to decrease from the in the carbon is having electronegativity 2.5. Thereafter it will have the constant value of electronegativity from Si to tin. Thereafter slightly increment in case of lead. Likewise, you will see that in 13 group elements, boron is having electronegativity 2.0, and thereafter if we move down the group, electronegativity value increases. Electronegativity value going to increases. But in case of group 14, it is greater than that of group 13 elements, but it remains constant from silicon to tin, and thereafter a minute or slight increment in the value of the electronegativity of lead. So here you will see the order of electronegativity. Carbon is having greater, and silicon, germanium, tin, they will have the same value of electronegativity, and tin will have the lower value of electronegativity if we compare it with lead. Next, the oxidation state. Down the group, we know very well, due to the poor shielding of d and f orbitals, they will have in down the group, the stability of the +4 oxidation state increases. We'll see +4 oxidation state increases, and stability of +2 oxidation state increases. So stability of +4 oxidation state decreases down the group, and stability of +2 oxidation state increases, and this is because of the inert pair effect. So here one question we have, that why PbX2 is more stable than PbX4? If we find out the oxidation state for lead in case of PbX2, one can get it X is equal to +2, means lead is in +2 oxidation state in PbX2, and in case of PbX4, lead is in +4 oxidation state. So we know that as we move down the group, the stability of the +2 oxidation state increases, so lead will exist, or lead will be more stable in +2 oxidation state. That's why PbX2, because here lead is in +2 oxidation state, so this will be more stable that here, because here lead is in +4 oxidation state. Next is p-pi and p-pi-d-pi bonding. Due to the small size and high electronegativity, carbon has a strong tendency to form p-pi bonding with itself or with the other atoms of the similar size like nitrogen, oxygen. You will see carbon-carbon double bond is there, carbon-carbon triple bond is there, carbon double bond O as in case of CO2, and carbon triple bond N is there. So due to the larger size and less electronegativity, other group 14 elements like your silicon, germanium, tin and lead do not form p-pi bonding, but they can form p-pi-d-pi bonding because of the availability of the vacant d orbital in case of silicon, germanium, tin and lead. So you have to keep in your mind that carbon has a beauty to form p-pi bonding, and rest of the members, they are not able to form p-pi bond, but they can form p-pi-d-pi bond. So thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.